Hi, nice to see you. Make sure to grab a bolster also. We're gonna have like a mini in moment. That feels good. Max? Oh, right over here. That's the thing I love about the studio too. They've got so much. We have one more come in. Like just be us three today. We'll see. This will go.
This class is a bit smaller size.
Yeah, makes sense. Lunchtime, a lot of people are working. I have a remote job, so I am working.
No, same.
Love it. Yeah.
That's working. It's just something off.
I know there's no mat like yours, really, right?
There's what?
There's no mat like your mat.
There is no mat like my mat. No, that doesn't know. I've had my mat for a while. It's so hot outside.
I know. It truly
I
is.
don't remember being this hot ever.
I grew up here. I'd like to say there always used to be hot days, but never like as long. Like it was back down to like the 80s more frequently.
Yeah. I grew up in Pennsylvania, and everyone back home is arguing about that. It's been in the 90s consistently there. It's also kind of unusual for Pennsylvania. Usually it would be like high 70s, low 80s. So definitely very interesting. My niece had said, "Are you getting the Canada's wildfire smoke? Because they don't get smoke ever." I was like, "No, not this time. We got our own smoke to deal with."
Are we getting what?
Are we? She asked me if we got Canada smoke because they were getting all of like the Canada wildfire smoke.
We have
Ontario
ours.
forest fires.
I know. I was like, we've got our own issues, but no,
We have a lot of fires right now, right?
we do.
In the mountains, right?
Yes. Well, and I feel like the smoke radar is kind of confusing because one day an area looks good, the next it's not. So I don't know. It's just a rough time. We get a lot right now. I guess we'll get started. You both know me, Sammy, covering for Carl today. So theme of today's class is going to be our sacral chakra, second chakra. So water element, because it is so hot and so dry, we're going to bring in some of that water and fluid movement into our practice today. So with that, when you're ready, get into a comfortable laying position on your back. Take a moment to rise. And getting some wiggles out. Coming to your breath, consciously maybe for the first time today. Not trying to deepen your breath yet, just being with it. Noticing where your breath wants to travel, how deep or shallow it is. Now bring a little bit of a depth to our breath, filling up through our front side. And exhaling all the way out, pressing air out through your lower belly. Maybe this becomes more of an ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, constricting the back of your throat to make that slight ocean noise. Letting your breath guide you like the ocean. Letting your inhales and exhales feel like waves. Maybe taking a pause in between them. Pausing at the top of your inhale. And pausing at the bottom of your exhale, feeling the completeness and the emptiness of each breath movement. Now you can bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. We'll take Durga Pranayama, 3-part breath. On your inhale, fill up belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, filling up all the way to the top of your chest. Exhale, letting it go completely, keeping this vision of a wave. Now I want to bring your attention to your backside body. Imagining all the touch points between your body and your mat as the ocean floor. Steady, solid, and rooted. Almost as if someone could push you and you wouldn't budge. Now I bring your attention to your front side body. As you fill up completely and let go completely, imagine your front body acting as the ocean waves. Feeling that fullness and that emptiness as an ebb and a flow in your body. Keeping it natural. Water is memory. It holds emotional intelligence. Let your breath, like water, carry you through this practice. This is a good time to set an intention, whether that be a word or a phrase. Maybe it's just feeling a little more fluid in your practice today. When you're ready, you can bring a little movement to your fingers and toes. Maybe taking one big stretch, reaching your arms overhead. Before we get moving, we'll take reclined tree, bringing the sole of your right foot to your left thigh. Option for blocks here, if that doesn't feel super comfortable. You can also move the sole of your foot up or down your leg, depending on how comfortable it feels to you. Just gently opening up the right side of your hip. Sending breath through that right side. On your exhale, maybe letting go a little bit more. we'll switch it out. Sole of the left foot meets somewhere on your right leg. Could be your knee, your thigh, your shin. Sending breath through the left side. Awesome. When you feel ready, you can bring your knees into your chest. Big hug. If we're rocking and rolling the length of your mat, coming to a seat facing me. Take our right ear to our right shoulder. We'll warm up our neck a little bit. You can stay or you can floss a little bit, moving side to side. Before bringing your chin to your chest, lengthening the back of your neck. And then coming over to the left side. Take what you need here. Each side is different. Option to rock from side to side, or you can complete your circle by shining your throat to the ceiling. Take whatever variation feels good here. And if you are taking those full circles, reverse your circles. So we can come back to center. We'll take our shoulders up to the ears on our inhale. Melt them down on the exhale. We'll take big shoulder circles here, syncing our breath with our movement. Option to reverse the circles. Before planting both hands on the ground. Right hand plants, left hand reaches up and over. Pausing here, sending breath through your right or your left side ribs. Maybe reaching a little bit more with your left side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left hand plants, right hand reaches up and overhead. Gaze can go underneath your right armpit. Stay for one more inhale. Exhale, both arms reach up. We'll switch it out and we'll floss it. Reaching in one direction. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reaching in the other direction. We'll take this 2 more times. Inhale or crown to the ceiling. Exhale, maybe a more expansive bend. 1 more time each side. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, bending. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Once you've completed your bends, you can come back through center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand plants behind you. Inhale, crown shines taller. Exhale, twist deeper. 1 breath in and out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, switch it out. Left hand meets right knee, right hand reaches behind. Inhale, you grow taller. Exhale, deepen your expression. 1 more breath in and out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come to knees. We're gonna take a seated cat-cow here. We'll take a few variations of this in our warm-up. So inhale, pulling your heart forward, gaze shines to the ceiling. Exhale, C-spine, pushing your knees away. Inhale, cow, shine your heart. Exhale, cat, belly button to spine. Beautiful, 1 more, inhale. Exhale, tuck and round. Awesome. Finally, we're just gonna do some hip circles. What would a sacral chakra flow be without some hip circles? Beautiful, you can reverse your direction. We're gonna keep these really small for now. Awesome. When you're ready, you can come to tabletop. your time coming into this pose. Hips stack over knees, shoulders stack over wrists. Take some natural movements here. Maybe that's some more hip circles. Could be wrist stretches, early cat-cows. Listen to your body. Listen to your sacral chakra. We'll come into stillness. We'll take some traditional cat-cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze lifts. Exhale, push the ground away. Inhale, shine your heart. Exhale, push the ground away, so spine. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale here. Or bringing your hands, 2 handprints forward. Exhaling into puppy pose. Hips back over the knees. As your hands reach forward. Forehead and chest can melt toward the mat. On the inhale, you reach longer. On your exhale, you melt deeper. Inhale here. Exhale, push back into child's pose. Knees out wide, toes come to touch. Option for a closed-legged child's pose if that feels better. Still reaching your arms long. Taking your time melting into this pose. Sinking your sit bone back further toward your heels. Inhale. Exhale, left hand stacks over right on the top right corner of your mat. Taking this very gentle side bend. Breathing into your left side body. Inhale back through center. Exhale other side. Right hand stacks over left at the top left corner of the mat. Sending breath through each rib. Inhale back through center. Exhale, come forward to your belly. You can lower from the knees or however else feels best. We're going to set up for a low cobra. Pressing the tops of your feet into the ground. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Inhale as your head and chest peel off the mat. Gaze is down. Exhale to lower. 2 more. Inhale, rise, shoulders squeeze together. Exhale, lower down. 1 more. Inhale, rise, maybe little or no weight in your hands. Exhale to lower. Slide your arms out so your elbows are right under your shoulders. Sphinx pose. We'll set up here. Getting a proud chest. It is the first day of Leo season after all. Shine our heart. We'll take a few cat-cows from this position to finish out our cool down. So on our inhale, our palms drag back, sit bones press to the mat. Exhale, push. Maybe hip bones reach up off the mat. Inhale, cow. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, cat, C-spine, lifting your hip bones off the mat. Inhale, shine your heart. Exhale, C-spine, curling round. Beautiful. Inhale, back to a Sphinx pose. Exhale, hands come under shoulders. Press back into a tabletop before finishing the journey. Hands meeting feet at the back of your mat, forward fold. Hanging here, taking the opportunity to maybe widen your feet, head and neck release completely. Hands can reach for opposite shoulder elbows. You can shake your head yes or no. Inviting a deeper bend into your knees. If you've taken any bind, release now. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, melt down. We'll take that a few times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slow roll up to Tadasana. Facing me, taking your time. Good work. All right. Take a little Qigong break. I do love that. So we'll take our feet hip width apart, small bend in our knees, and we will start swinging our arms. Kidney taps, knocking on the door of life. It's always nice to tap into your chi reserve. Maybe this gets to be a bigger movement. Eventually the backs of your hands hitting your kidneys. You can make this even more active by bringing a twist. You can get your breath involved. Awesome, you can come down slowly. We'll take some bringing down the heavens. We'll sweep our arms high. Exhale, palms press down over the body. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, pressing that energy down. Inhale, sweep, maybe gaze follows. Exhale, pressing the energy down like an elevator. A few more times, inhale, reaching high. Exhale, pressing down 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press down. 1 more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, press. Beautiful. Our hands will come a few inches apart in front of our belly. We'll take a chi ball. Imagining you have a big beach ball that grows on the inhale and contracts on the exhale. It'll look something like this. You can close down the eyes or soften them. Connecting into this expanding and contracting energy. Taking a few more cycles at your pace. Almost imagining a cat-cow movement here. 1 more full round. Beautiful. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands come through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog, first down dog of this practice. Stepping back into home base. All 4 corners of your hands gripping your mat. Pressing your thighs, or pressing your chest back to your thighs. Inviting a small bend in your knees to send your sit bones high. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, high toes, look forward. Exhale into a tabletop first. Kind of unusual. We'll untuck our toes, and this is a good time to bring a blanket underneath your knees if you need that. We'll take our first sunny on our knees so you can stand up on the knees. When you're ready, you'll inhale your arms to the ceiling. Exhale, side bend. We'll take our left wrist and pull to the right. Staying here, sending breath through our left side body, expanding this shape. On your next inhale, you can rise, crown to the ceiling. Exhale, other side, left hand captures right wrist and pulls over to the left. Staying here, feeling that expansion in your right side body. Inhale, reach high. Options are to come back to tabletop or sink back into a child's pose, your choice. If If you're in child's pose, you can just melt here for a moment. If you've chosen tabletop, you will inhale to a cow and exhale to a cat. From child's pose, inhale, look forward. Exhale, come back to a tabletop, standing on the knees. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, right hand pulls left wrist, side bend. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, other side, side bend to the right, or to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink back into child's pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale into a tabletop. Inhale, rise. Exhale, pulling on your left wrist to the right. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, pulling on right wrist to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back to child's pose. Taking one inhale and exhale here. One more full breath. We'll take this standing. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come to a downward facing dog. Getting your footing in your down dog. Start moving on our feet. Inhale, high toes, look forward. Exhale, top of mat, forward fold, hand, feet, hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, high mountain. Exhale, pull on left wrist, reach to the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold, melt down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your way back to downward facing dog. We'll take this one more time. Inhale, high toes, look forward. Exhale, top of mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, high mountain. Exhale, pull to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull to the right. Sorry, I confused you guys. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back to a downward facing dog. Come into a child's pose briefly. 5 breaths here to melt down. Open or close-legged child's pose is here for you. A few more breaths to melt. All right. When you're ready, you can meet me back in a downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, release. One more inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg to the ceiling. Stack the hip, open the knee. Take a moment, feeling this expansion in your right side. Inhale, right leg lifts, close off your hip. Exhale, step between the hands. Set up for warrior 2. Back heel pivots to the short edge of your mat. Strong bend in your front leg. Inhale, rise into a warrior 2. Stay on the exhale. Find your footing here. Maybe surfing it in and out. You can also heel toe your front foot out a little if you want more room for your hip. I always take that option. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten your leg, reverse triangle. Staying here. Feeling that expansion in your right side body, reaching maybe 1 inch over to the left. And we'll floss that out a few times. Inhale, come back to warrior two, rebend your front leg. Exhale, straighten your leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, reverse. We'll stay here. Inhaling. Exhale into a side angle, right elbow to right knee, left hand reaches to the top corner of the room. Staying here, now breathing into the left side body. Maybe pulling your left hip back to make more room to shine your heart. And we'll floss those two movements. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach back, straighten your front leg. Exhale, rebend into side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to a side angle. One more, inhale to reverse. Exhale, land in your side angle. One more inhale and exhale here. On your next inhale, straighten your leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take your adjustments. Your bottom hand meets your shin, a block the floor. We'll take a moment, again, pulling your left hip back to make room for your heart to shine forward. Beautiful, one more inhale. Exhale back up to a warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your arms down. Downward facing dog your way. Awesome. Inhale your left leg high. Stack the hip, open the knee. Just for a moment. Feeling this expansion in your left hip. Inhale, close off the hip, left leg goes high. Exhale, step between the hands. Set up the warrior two, back heel pivots 90 degrees. Inhale, rise into your warrior. Beautiful. Staying here on the exhale, maybe surfing it out, finding your center. Gaze can go over your middle finger. Settle into your warrior two here. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Stay here, breathing into your left side body. Maybe pulling your right hip back in space. We'll floss those movements a few times. Inhale into warrior two. Exhale into reverse pyramid, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Like a wave, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse, stay here. Inhale. Exhale into a side angle, left elbow to left knee, reaching with your right hand. Staying here, reaching 1 inch further. We'll floss those two movements out here. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach back. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. 2 more times. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. 1 more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, land in side angle, left elbow to left knee, right hand reaches. 1 more inhale. Exhale into Trikonasana, straighten your left leg. Hand can meet a shin, ankle, block, or the floor. Taking some time to move your right hip back in space. Beautiful. 1 more inhale. Exhale back into a warrior two, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your arms down, back to a downward facing dog. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let it go. One more, inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. We add on. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step between the hands, warrior two, set up. Inhale, rise into warrior two. Exhale here. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach back. Exhale, side angle, right elbow to right knee. Inhale, Trikonasana triangle, stay for the exhale. Inhaling one more time. Exhale back to warrior two. Listen for the change. Inhale into a star, heels in, toes out. Take up space. Maybe this is a baby back bend. Before sinking into goddess pose, hips sink down. Elbows are the height of your shoulders. Staying here for one more breath. Inhale into a star, some reprieve. Exhale, goddess. We'll floss that a few times. Inhale, star, reach up. Exhale, goddess. One more time. Inhale, star. Exhale, landing goddess. Just one more inhale and exhale. Inhale, star, get big. Exhale, forward fold, wide-legged. Fold down. Hands beneath blocks, the floor. Whatever feels good here. You've got 3 more breaths to melt down. When you feel ready, hands can plant underneath shoulders. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to a low lunge, top of your mat, back knee down. This is a great time to grab for blocks. Also a good time to grab for a blanket underneath your knee. That feels good. Now we're in this low lunge. You can move your left hip back in space so that you have the room to sink further into this low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips back to a half split. Staying here, maybe wiggling your toes for more sensation. And we'll floss those movements a few times. Inhale into your low lunge. Sink down. Exhale back into your half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, sink back. Take this movement a few times at your pace. Imagining your breath as a wave, sending you forwards and backwards in space. Take one more full round. When you feel ready, inhale to the low lunge, back knee lifts. Blocks can go off to the top of your mat. Left hand plants, right hand reaches high. Exhale back to a downward facing dog. We'll hit the other side. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step between the hands. Set up for warrior two. Inhale, reach, warrior. Taking a moment to reach with both fingers. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach back. Exhale, side angle, left elbow to left knee, reaching with your right hand. Inhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Stay here for a breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale back into warrior two. Inhale to a star. Getting big, taking up space. On your next exhale, sink down into goddess pose. Elbows at the height of the shoulders. Sinking down with the booty. Inhale into the star. Exhale into goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. One more time, inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Stay here for 3 strong breaths. Maybe sinking 1 inch lower. Beautiful. Inhale, reach, star. Exhale, sink down, wide-legged forward fold. 5 breaths here. Surrendering your head and neck to the ground. One more breath. Inhale, halfway lift, reach. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. Back knee down. Grabbing your blocks, grabbing your blanket, setting up for this low lunge half split variation. Bring your, oops, yeah. Here we go. I'm messing you guys up, sorry. Bringing your right hip back in space. Sinking down a little bit more. Maybe shining your heart forward on the inhale. Exhale, sinking back to half split. Staying here, maybe wiggling your toes for a little more sensation. We'll floss it out. Inhale, come to a low lunge. Exhale, back to half split. Inhale, come forward, heart shines. Exhale, fall back, half split. We'll take a few more at your pace. Breath like a wave. Letting your breath lead the movement. One more full round. When you're ready, you can end in a low lunge. Back knee lifts. Blocks can move to the top of your mat. Inhale high, or inhale your right arm plants. Left hand high. Low lunge twist. Exhale back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, hands can meet, feet at the back of your mat. Hanging in your forward fold for 1 full inhale and exhale. On your inhale, roll up slowly to Tadasana. Beautiful. All right. How we doing other than me being directionally challenged? Good. All right. We'll take tree pose on both sides now. We did a little bit of that to start out class. So starting with your right foot, you can either bring this to just a kickstand, which is probably where I'm going to be today. You can bring it to your shin, or you can even bring it to your inner thigh, whatever feels good to you, where you are meeting a little bit of a challenge while not falling out every 5 minutes. You want to feel stable, but challenged. So we'll take this for just a few breaths. If you fall out of it, no worries, come right back in. Definitely bringing your right leg out a little bit more, your right knee. You can bring your hands to heart center. You can bring your hands to be branches. A few more breaths. Good work, everyone. This is hard. All right, come out of it. You can shake your left leg. We'll take that on the other side. Beautiful. Where were we? Okay, I think we're on this side. Switch it out. I'm not going to confuse you anymore. Pick your variation on the other side. Rooting down through your standing foot, really squeezing with all four corners of that foot to stabilize. Before maybe becoming branches, you can wave if you feel so inclined. You can stay steady. If you are diabolical, you can close your eyes. A few more breaths here. Beautiful, and you can come out of it shaking your legs. While we're up here, we might as well do some shaking. This can be little, this can be big. Bringing movement to all extremities. Maybe bringing it to your voice. Beautiful, coming down. We'll sweep our arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to a downward facing dog. We'll come down and take child's pose, catching our breath, finding our center. One more full breath here. Exhale it out. When you're ready, you can come to tabletop before making your way onto your belly. We'll take half frog in this position. So you can have your arms kind of out in front of you, ready to lay your head down. You can have Sphinx position, whatever feels good. We're going to take our right hip and just hinge it so that our right knee is kind of in line with it. So we'll take half frog here. Back foot can be doing literally anything. Melting down here. Sending your right hip bone further down to the mat. 10 strong breaths here. Plenty of time to melt. Halfway through your time. When you feel ready, you can switch it out by simply sending your right leg back, left leg forward, knee in line with your hip. Taking what you need, sinking down 10 strong breaths. Halfway through your time. When you feel ready, send your left leg back and push back into a child's pose, open or closed-legged. Now is a great time to grab your bolster and make this a supported child's pose. We're going to be here for about a minute, so my favorite way to be in this position is just to literally lay on it with my whole torso and make it my personal pillow. So option for that, option for a regular open or closed-toed child or closed-legged child's pose. Whatever allows you to fully melt for about a minute. Plenty of time to adjust if you need to. I'll let you know when you're halfway through your time. halfway through this posture. And if you're ready, hands can plant underneath each shoulder. You can just gently press yourself up. We'll remove our bolster. We'll swing our legs around. We're going to lay down on our backs. Our next destination is restorative or active bridge. So if you'd like to take restorative, bring a block with you. No matter what you're doing, you're going to lay on your back. Maybe squeeze your legs into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Feet can go hip width and parallel on the ground. Bringing your heels close to your booty. If you're taking restorative, you can grab your block, lift your hips, and place the block underneath your sacrum. It's in between your low back and your hips, so you shouldn't feel any pinching. If you're taking active bridge with me, you'll keep your feet pressed into the ground, hands pressed by your sides. Inhale, lift your hips high. Staying here for 3 strong breaths. Creating one line from your knees to your chin. On your next exhale, slowly roll down. We'll take 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach your hips high. 2 strong breaths this time. Exhale, slowly lower. 1 more round. Inhale, reach your hips high for just 1 inhale. Exhale, lower down. If you've taken restorative bridge, you can lift your hips and remove your block. Next destination is Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Feet come together, knees come apart. Great option for blocks underneath the knees here. Melt down across 10 strong breaths. Feel complete. You can close your knees like a book. Take constructive rest. Feet out wide, knees knocking in together as our counter pose here. Just 5 breaths in this posture. Windshield wiper our knees side to side, really letting go of any tension in our hips or low back, washing that out. Hands meet outer edges of feet, happy baby, pulling your knees down toward your armpits. Maybe rocking side to side. Option to lengthen one leg and then the other. Get playful here in these final moments. Final posture is legs up the wall, taking your legs high, feet flexed. Maybe you point and flex them, feeling that difference and how that feels. Reaching your arms high, Maybe taking some final wiggles, releasing any energy from your extremities into your center. In these last few moments, take anything that we haven't already hit, anything that you are craving. Maybe you want to enter an early Shavasana posture. Traditionally, that looks like legs and arms out long, but you can take this however feels comfortable. Constructive rest is there for you. Recline butterfly. Taking this time to enter into your final resting position. Knowing that I will call you out when it's time. Shavasana. your awareness. Maybe bringing a little wiggle to your fingers and toes. Reaching for a good morning stretch. Before rolling onto your right side, using your bicep as a pillow. Taking your time. Feeling that ocean energy in your breath and your energy today, and how you carry yourself. Feeling the ebb and flow and honoring that wherever you are. Coming into a seat, keeping your eyes closed or softened, facing me. No rush. Close out our practice with an Om. We can bring our hands to heart center, thumbs to sternum. We'll take a cleansing breath in and out. Inhale to prepare for Om. Thumbs come to third eye. I bow forward in honor of all teachers and students who came before us and all who come after. Namaste. Thank you both. Thank you for sharing space with me today. Stay cool. Make sure you hydrate.
Maybe the rains will come this weekend.
Yes, let's hope the rains come. Thanks so much.
And it's supposed to come today,
Is it?
the rain.
I'm hoping. Oh, didn't we get like a sprinkle last night? Maybe not even.
Monsoons are supposed to start today.
Let's hope. I know I see rain blocked for the next.
I like Denver, you know, it's a storm, you need a little north, maybe a little south.
Right, it moves, somehow evades us.
I feel like Denver is getting warmer and warmer with all of this. Area, I don't like it.
Okay, where'd you pick?
Damiano.
Ah, Damiana, the lovers. Beautiful. It actually really is like, people think it has to always do with an external love. It does not. It can sometimes do with self-love. What card did you get today? Echinacea. Ooh.
What does that mean?
Well, what I know about echinacea is it can clear out your lungs. It's a detoxifier.
Oh, nice.
Really good for like colds and feeling stuffed up.